The last 24 hours have been quite interesting with Jess Hilarious and the Breakfast Club. And of course, a lot of people have been talking about it. We all know who the hosts are, but today we're going to focus on two of the newest additions to the Breakfast Club, which is Jess Hilarious and a person by the name of Loren LoRosa, who used to be over at TMZ. Now, storytime music! Basic story was Jess Hilarious could not stop getting her cheeks clapped by broke dudes. What the clapping sounds? And of course, she had a baby by the guy. So she took maternity leave after finally getting the job after about 2 or 3 weeks in. She asked for a replacement while she's doing maternity leave, and that brings in Loren LoRosa from TMZ. Loren LoRosa is actually better than Jess Hilarious in many aspects of the show, and even is now a part of Jess with the Mess, which stopped the show. Jess Hilarious can't really read. And when Jess Hilarious came back and was really ready to work, Loren LoRosa was still there. Aww. And people are weighing in on the subject.
And you could say I'm dissing, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like I'm hating. I'm not hating. You don't got the it. Your segment could have been good if you knew how to deliver it, right? But now they got somebody doing your segment better than you, and it's just flawless. It's effortless. And the girl tried to be your friend, and everybody could see you ain't trying to be her friend. So I want to say to old girl Loren, I hope that you get the job, and I hope Jess Hilarious has to open up an OnlyFans with that bionic-ass body that she bought through robbing the people, perpetrating talent. Because I want to see you doing bad, because I ain't going to even lie, Les.
So we all saw the tension going on between, Jess Hilarious and LoRosa on The Breakfast Club, but finally, Jess Hilarious came out to talk about it.
We supposed to be a team up there. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm, not one mother ever with this online like, why the should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela, you ain't that mother crazy. Not as crazy as try to make her out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that for 13 years, man. I'm telling you. I don't give a f. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'm going to play with. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. Now, how about y'all clear some of this for y'all teammate? This ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Y'all want to keep our cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work. Yeah, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. I have more fun outside the studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy?
So the first part about it is you guys are against me. You're not showing me any support. And yeah, I'll be missing work because I'll be doing shows and whatever I need to do because I'm just hilarious. And, all of you guys are against me. But wait, there's more.
This is a contract. This ain't no part-time little that I got. I got a contract that I negotiated and I got it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's overtalking me. Loren knows she does this. Whatever. I've told her about this many times. She overtalks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up. Be quiet. Yeah, I've said that. And I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool. One day, I told her, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady. But she's not going to keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air. Not in the building. On air. Right? So I'm like, all right. I told her, be quiet the next day. Charlamagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet. You tell her shut up. Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the would we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. She cool with it, I'm cool with it, because I'm not a be quiet type of anyway. I am a shut up type of ask my kids, right? Even the 7-month-old, ask her. So then I asked again. I'm like, all right, so she's going to be the fourth host. That's what it is. Whenever we do find that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of beating around the bush, yo.
So Jess Hilarious admits that, I don't really like Loren. I mean, I worked hard for this contract and, I brought my social media following to the show. People watch the show because I'm there. And then she did mention in the first clip that she sees why Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club.
Stop the cap.
Stop the show. Angela Yee is terrible, okay? Anybody who watched Angela Yee's podcast, Angela Yee has to be the most awful podcast on YouTube. She's terrible. Lip service is awful. It is pretty much trash. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't have a problem with Angela Yee, but Angela Yee is not talented at all. But I'll get to that a little bit later. Now, you can see here she admits that, hey, listen, I had an issue with her, and Charlamagne the God and all of them are trying to basically, telling me to brew it up so they get more ratings and all this. But she actually decided to talk about it live on the air.
Since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Loren. Nah, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back, because we had a whole plan, even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way.
So, let me just say, people were kind of mixed in their responses, and most people do not like Jess Hilarious. Like you heard what Corey Holcomb says. He can't wait for her ass to fall off and go to OnlyFans because she ain't got no talent. And I don't really like Jess Hilarious, although I mean, she's a strong, opinionated person, but I don't think that she's funny at all. But it's okay, because she do got her fans. That's what we're gonna, pay attention to right now. And she does make some points, because Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy, these guys were lying like, oh, we didn't know that LoRosa had the mic. She was a producer. But that's actually not true, because yes, when she came back, LoRosa was already on the mic, so they were lying, right? And she does have a point, all right? So, but let's look at what some of the commenters are saying. The way they gaslight her is insane. Shayla goes, it's called Jess with the Mess. She worked hard and branded that. Continue to speak up for yourself, because if Loren is so great, then give her a segment that doesn't include Jess's brand. Now, this is important, because that's exactly when Loren LoRosa comes in, because yeah, I guess Jess with the Mess is not good at research, or can't really read and write, but hey, it is what it is. Stay in school, people. The segment is called Jess with the Mess. They not listening to her, okay? Jada Raid, they played with Jess and now everybody wants to play slow, Loren included. Diana, the day Jess came back from maternity leave, Loren was right there at the table in front of a microphone. This is gaslighting at its finest. I agree with Jess. They also said Loren was a producer, so why is she not in the back with the rest of the producers? So what is my thinking? Let me just say this. Now, Jess Hilarious, like any other lady, has the right to have a kid, to start a family. But when you're in entertainment in a big city like New York City, on a major show like The Breakfast Club, remember, she was co-hosting for some time trying to get on The Breakfast Club. Obviously, being on The Breakfast Club does help her in her notoriety. It does keep her afloat. It does keep her more known and things like that. I mean, maybe that's not the best time to have a child. So it's just like in anything else. Rewind! back in the late 80s, Steve Young was backing up Joe Montana. And Joe Montana one year got hurt, and there was a quarterback controversy going on. At this particular time, Joe Montana was known to be the best quarterback that guy had ever made before we ever heard of Tom Brady or somebody like Patrick Mahomes. But Joe Montana was hurt, okay? And he could not get his job back. So in the early 90s, he was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs, and it was Steve Young's show because the NFL, as most of us understand it to be, is a what have you done for me lately league. And that's Joe Montana. This lady, and I'm talking about Jess Hilarious, wasn't even on the show after having a contract for even 2 weeks before you took maternity leave. Then your attitude is, oh, I'm booking shows. Oh, I'm there. Oh, I don't care if they let me go and if my card don't work the next day. I mean, Jess Hilarious, let's going to be honest, okay? If you leave the show tomorrow, will the Breakfast Club go under? Hell no. I mean, it's something to talk about, but if anything, you're a villain. If anything, a lot of people just don't like you, and they already have your replacement right there. You being on the Breakfast Club gives you a lot of opportunities you wouldn't have if you're just basically going back being a dusty IG comedian. I mean, you're getting real opportunities from being in the biggest market in the nation. I think it's in New York City. I'm pretty sure it is. So what are you talking about? Like, you got to understand, like, you decided to have a child. Somebody came in and did the show. They like her. And here's the thing you can always do. You can start your own podcast, Jess. But guess what? Jess don't want to spend no money now. But Angela Yee did that. And we already see what Angela Yee's podcast is. Trash, okay? So you can start your own podcast where you put your own money up and do your own projects, but nobody's probably gonna watch it, just like nobody watches Angela Yee. Angela Yee, I hate to say this, it's one of the worst produced shows I've seen. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen, period. It's not competitive, okay? Lip service is not good. Nobody takes lip service serious. I mean, don't get me wrong, she was good on the Breakfast Club, but if she left for this, I mean, I know guys who can get views off podcasts with 40,000 followers. If Angela Yee left to get, let's look, 15,000 views on a podcast, 15,000 views, 10,000 views, they don't even know how to title their podcast. This is trash work. I mean, and I'm not trying to be mean because I'm not saying that she's untalented. I'm just saying that this podcast is untalented, okay? This is not a good podcast. So you can go and do like Angela Yee and catch an L. But at least she put up her own money. We all know that you're not gonna put up any money.
Hell no, to the no.
So, I mean, this is a competitive world. Get your stuff together. And hey, hopefully that girl don't take your spot because Corey Holcomb would love to see you on OnlyFans. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.